All right. Live here, News AF. Congrats, Jake Janikowski, longtime listener, first live News AF.
Boom.
Jake, welcome, my dude. Curious Kingdom
Wow.
420, also
Yes.
first timer. OMG, one of our stalwart faithfuls, veterans. Surrey-bot, good to see you.
Yeah.
Katie.
I found that I feel like we have more people watching live in the earlier time. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, maybe it's just easier to skip out on like
work responsibilities
and stuff. Let me retweet this broadcast.
Good morning, Heidi.
Morning, Heidi. Okay. Everyone's here.
Everybody's here.
Start. Now we can start.
I don't see Docs. I don't see Colleen yet. I don't see Thomas. Kendall's here though, and Hans. Very good. Hans, yes, super Hans.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. You ready? Okay.
I'm ready.
Here we go. Let me record the podcast. Very complicated. So we're recording here, but then I record also on a whole other machine. All right. And what's today's date? I have no idea. Okay. 16th, January 16th.
16.
Okay. Yep. All right. Hey, everybody, what's going on? Rob Cesternino back again to talk with you about the week's most interesting news stories here for the week of January 16th, 2024, here on News AF.
If the story is buzzing like it's on crystal meth, it's about to be News AF. The same old news makes you bored to death. It's time for some News AF. Actual, factual news.
Yeah, that's right. It's News AF, the show where we talk about all of the top internet stories of the week here with our incredible news-making panel. Back with us, of course, Pickleball's top influencer and America's dad, Tyson Apostol.
Woot woot.
Yeah, I don't know that we're news makers. We're news reporters.
No, often not news makers.
Yeah, hopefully not news makers, unless it's for the positive.
Something's gone wrong if we're news makers. Yeah. Although, yeah, I did make some news when a reporter came to my house recently to film about my life in North Carolina.
Wow.
Oh,
how was that?
Nice.
It hasn't aired yet. We don't know.
What did they do? Did you you're like, here's where I spend all of my time.
Here's my room.
Hiding from my family.
Yeah, but then they talked to my family.
Uh-oh. What did your family say? You don't know yet?
Alone?
Yeah. They didn't do the, I mean, it could be a hit piece. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, you know what? You got to take some risks for the publicity, you know?
Yeah.
And if that's what it is, then that's what it is. So I'm excited to see this. Are you going to share it around?
I'll share if it's as long as it's flattering, I'll share it.
Yeah.
If it's a takedown, I'm just going to like act like it didn't happen.
Yeah. No comments.
I won't, I won't ever talk about it again. If it's if it's like a
duck
scandal,
and weave.
I'm just going to
get Gloria Allred involved.
I'll just be putting out a million other podcasts and posts.
Try and bury it. Just as many as you can. All of a sudden, there's just like
flood the
15
zone.
podcasts.
Yeah, that's what you do, Tyson. Flood the zone.
And then you put like keywords from the actual hit piece in all of your publications, so that anytime they can't.
You try to Google it. Yeah, Rob.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So good. Really smart. I like that because I'm assuming we can share this outlet for that. So like if anything happens to any of us three, we can automatically just start churning out podcasts with the same keywords.
Yeah, that's the move. That's the move.
Yeah.
Just confuse. Yep.
Just confuse.
Yeah. How's everything going for you, Tyson?
Really good. I'm going to be in Orlando next week.
Oh,
yeah.
Exciting.
For the PGA show with Imperial hats. So if you're in Orlando, go to the PGA show, the convention center at Orange County Convention Center, I believe it is. And I will be there Wednesday and Thursday next week.
Is this CES for golf?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So, yeah. So I think they're just like interweaving ways to have pornography with golf. That's all CES is. It's just like, hey guys, we have these 8K TVs perfect for pornography, and the line's like super long. Everything is just like, drones for pornography, and everybody's
were you invited? because of your frisbee golf?
I was invited
Disc
because
golf?
of pickleball.
Pickleball. They're
So
trying to
every
marry the two.
convention now pretty much has a pickleball space. Like I bet CES has something
Oh.
pickleball and pornography.
Pickleball
But
tech.
yeah, it's all so it's all pickleball. And Imperial is one of the leading headwear brands in golf. So they're
Nice.
they're also now
Crossover.
getting into pickleball. Yep. That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay. You think that the golfers could talk you into joining them?
No. I've golfed
Golf is
before.
so hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that it's hard, it's that it hurts my back now that I'm 45.
Yeah, sounds like it's hard on your body.
No.
Yes.
I mean, sure.
You're throwing out your back every swing. That's hard. That's hard on your body, Tyson.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is. That is hard on your body, but not in the way that like running 50 miles is hard, like in different ways.
Yeah.
Danny, I bet you could take it up, no problem.
Danny used to
tried.
golf. Yeah.
Yeah, I even took
I
lessons.
used to golf too. Same. I did too.
Yeah, and I'm like,
I'm a
dude, there's like the more I try to get good at this, the more horrible I become, and I quit.
Yeah.
I was getting better, but then I hurt my back, and then I can take a few golf swings, but I can only play a few holes because when you're trying to hit the ball, and this is, I think, true for all golfers, you want to smash the shit out of that
for
thing
show
as hard as you can. So it's like people are just like, just ease off a little bit for your back's sake, and I'm like, no can do, bro, chacho. I am going to hit this. And there's like, it's only 100 yards. I was like, yeah, I'm going to use my driver and I'm going to hit it onto 3 fairways down the road. Like, I do not care. This is me hitting as hard as I can.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I don't want to really take up golfing, but I would like to get like the thing where you could like do it with the TV screen. Like, I feel like,
in your home.
yeah, I feel like I
Danny
get
had
like
that.
sense memory. Yeah, you like that?
No,
it's okay. Doesn't feel the same. I like being outside. I like driving the cart. It's fun.
What driving the cart is outdoor fun. TV.
Yeah, Tyson should do it. He's got already has the couch outside for spectators, so just put up the rest of it.
Listen, I think that disc golf is for you, Rob.
Disc, okay.
I love disc golf. Actually, the more I've been doing it, the more fun it has been.
The people are so chill. It looks like I don't know. I don't interact with them. I see them sometimes when I'm running.
So chill. We're just throwing discs, having a great time. It's very fun socially. You're outside. It's not really a workout, but you do get some steps in and stuff.
Yeah. So. I saw a guy who was playing it. He had a wooden staff, and I thought that guy's probably super chill.
Yeah, it is like, listen, like if you were like, hey, describe a disc golfer, a lot of them probably would be the wooden
sun
staff
hat,
style
wooden
guys.
staff, hemp necklace, sandals.
Yeah.
Chill.
All of that. Very chill.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very chill.
All right. Well, let's get into our top stories at this hour. And this is an interesting one about some rumors of, Tyson, you're going to be in Orlando soon.
Correct.
Okay. But you're not going to be visiting the theme parks, right?
I'm going to SeaWorld.
Okay.
On Friday with our friend Ethan Zahn.
Now,
do you want to come with us?
If I was there, I would. I know you love the zoos. Do you like the SeaWorld?
I don't go to very many SeaWorlds, and they're usually pretty sad places now.
Yeah.
But Ethan has a connection that could get us free tickets there.
Yeah.
And
they bounce back from Blackfish.
Yeah, they bounce back. They're more humane.
The otters will put a smile on your face.
Yeah. So we're gonna go. I still like to see all the wildlife. So we'll be there, and we're gonna see the wildlife. I told Ethan, I was like, I'm not there for the rides. I don't want to go on any rides that are gonna make me feel sick.
Mm-hmm.
And he agreed. So we're just gonna go drink coffee and walk around SeaWorld for a little bit.
Okay. All right. Well, a lot of folks, visit Orlando every year.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we've talked about Disney adults over the years. But rumor has it that you can also, if you are an expectant mother, sign up to give birth inside a maternity ward in the Magic Kingdom.
Oh my gosh!
Like in the castle or where?
So, it's
overlooking Cinderella's castle.
Yes, overlooking Cinderella's castle on Main Street, USA.
Dude, they're getting it from birth to death. Soon they'll be offering funeral services and maybe cremations, within the kingdom itself.
Yeah.
And then they've got you trapped, and then you're working for them to pay to do all the rides. And
How much does this cost?
So what would you think it would cost, Tyson?
Tens of thousands, $10,000.
Yeah, that's what I would thought too. But honestly, it's pretty reasonable. $5,000.
If you buy the cradle to the grave package, $5,000.
$5,000. And Danny, that's pretty much lunch at Disney World.
Do you get?
That is.
Does that baby then get a lifetime membership?
No, I think that, and you have to buy tickets to come in also.
Wow.
So you get to give birth.
So you have to buy tickets for you, your wife, the baby who is not yet born, and your mother-in-law.
You have to get tickets for everybody.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. According to this rumor, again, this is from an article that was originally published on kidspot.com in Australia, picked up by the New York Post. They say that the people that are working there are highly qualified.
So that's comforting.
They got their degree.
Got well-trained and experienced doctors there. So the baby is going to be in good hands.
Sure.
You can get a certified photographer to be on hand.
Yeah, you definitely want one of those teenage guys at the front.
Can you choose which Disney character will be there dressed up to deliver your baby?
And it's all done with a green screen behind so that they can green screen a bunch of different cool Disney backdrops.
How stoked would your little girl be if she ends up being a big fan of Disney to know that
Goofy was there?
Or delivered her,
Goofy they deliver.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
They have the doctors dress up. I think the Mickey Mini package is $10,000. You can do the Goofy alone package for $8,000, and
you do the Frozen package for $15,000.
Yeah. Dude, that's
look at this picture, and I know this was probably created by AI, but it shows a woman cradling her newborn son with this crazy looking Mickey Mouse character also laying his head on her breast. I'm watching. That is very scary.
No, this is what you want.
Very scary. So a lot of people are excited about this, but we get to the end of this article and it says no, this was just a rumor. It's not true.
That's what I thought. You said that at the beginning, I think.
They April fooled us.
Not even April.
Yeah.
Real good.
Well, there's a lot of Disney stuff like this. Like there was a whole thing yesterday about this couple that said they were swingers and they were like pushing like this app of that they're swingers and they swing all over Disney and they were looking for other swingers to join them. And it turns out that wasn't real either.
Wow.
This could just be one of those ideas that the board at Disney has been like
$5,000 was too cheap.
Yeah, that's insane.
That should have been the first clue.
As Tyson said, to get your whole family into the hospital is going to cost 10 to 15. So, and then refreshments, also another 5. In the end, you end up paying about the same. But look at that view. Can you imagine the first thing your kid sees with their big blurry eye vision is the outline of that castle? What a dream come true.
Incepting them.
Yes.
Just like, man.
A bunch of Manchurian candidates to be called upon to battle who knows what at some time.
Battle
Disney's army.
Yeah. Battle Sony and the great
the great
versus
the great video wars.
Yeah, I don't know if Sony's going to be a big player.
Well, isn't there DreamWorks? Who owns DreamWorks? Doesn't Sony own DreamWorks?
Do they? I don't know.
And then the other one, who made what's the other studio that Disney owns?
Pixar.
Yeah, it's Pixar versus DreamWorks in the great Disney versus Sony battle.
Animated battles.
Yeah. So Man, I'm excited to see how this all pans out. What a future we live.
If enough people are excited about it, they'll figure out a way to do it.
Yeah, they will.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Do you think this is them just like testing the waters?
Yeah,
it really could be.
It's like pre-orders. So they put pre-orders up and they have like 500,000 people pre-order, and you're like, all right, here we go. We're doing it. Then like, what if this is the future of Disney, where Disney, as we know it, morphs into pretty much just a baby hospital?
Yeah.
But it's like characters, and you can go downtown Disney, but it's just like new moms with like IVs walking their babies around. Like, this would be awesome.
Yeah. Look, this could be, I mean, they could give up Disney Plus and just go like into the whole like hospital industry.
Yeah.
Why not?
Very profitable.
I mean, healthcare's broken, so
yeah,
maybe Disney can fix it.
All right. Yesterday was, I don't know if you were aware of this.
Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Yeah.
Well, yes, but it was also something else.
Blue
Monday.
The saddest Monday of the year.
Yeah. First off, Blue Monday. How dare you? It's supposed to be
land on the same day as Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King Day, national holiday. Show a little respect, Blue Monday.
Well, first of all, Blue Monday was created by Sky Travel. I just read this in this article on Forbes in the UK. So there's not a US relationship to Blue Monday. This is a UK invention.
Okay.
But
so we don't.
In the UK, isn't every day Blue Monday?
Yeah, definitely in Scotland it felt that way.
Yeah. So do we not have Blue Monday in the US?
What I'm trying to say is that this was something they came up with, and then they exported it to the rest of the world.
They exported it to us?
Yes.
Well, how could it be a sad day when it's a holiday, for a national holiday?
Yeah, they didn't put that in consideration. Did you see the math equation used to determine when Blue Monday was?
Explain it, Danny.
I think it's something to do with the length of the day, the temperature, the darkness, the overall.
Yes, Tyson's got it. So within
coming back from holidays, all of
that. I don't know mathematical things, but within the brackets, W plus, and then in parentheses, capital D minus lowercase d, then bracket, times capital T and Q.
Yeah.
Yes. Divide by, wait, we're not done here. If you're writing this down, divide by capital M times capital N, capital A. Now,
yes, the W times T plus W. Yeah, dude, that makes sense to me.
No, but Tyson is correct. W is for weather. D is for debt. Lowercase d is for a monthly salary. Capital T is for time since Christmas. Q for the time since you failed quitting something that you attempted to quit.
Yeah.
M for low motivation levels, and NA for the need to take action.
Yeah. Well, you listen, Blue Monday, good luck going up against a national holiday, day off from work, and an NFL doubleheader on Super Wild Card Weekend. Okay.
I picked Tampa. I had Tampa in there, the Bucks.
Nice work.
I also chose Green Bay.
I don't know what happened to the Eagles. The Eagles and the Dolphins, they both I don't know, like
you put a dolphin in minus 30 wind chill.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah, you can't put a dolphin in minus 30 wind chill. It's just,
get out of here. Blue Monday is a hoax.
Look, it is. That's what one article said on the BBC, the hoax of Blue Monday. And it's just, once you find out this math equation, you're like, that's not right at all. It's so yeah, it is a hoax. I don't know how they came up with this, probably to get people to go to the Canary Islands or wherever.
Is that what it is?
UK. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we have been in a major cold front through a lot of the country. We've seen this Arctic blast really just tank the temperatures, but need a lot of the guys out there to be careful right now, or maybe don't, because depending on what your goals are, there's one thing out there that's destroying sperm count, according to doctors. Can you guess what it is, Tyson?
Microwaves without doors.
No.
Those heat things that you put in your boots.
Close.
Tell us, Rob. I need to know.
Heated seats in your vehicle.
Nice.
Very, very bad for the sperm.
Good. I'll make sure to crank that up.
They can't escape. They can't swim any further into your body. So you're just creating giant globs.
Yeah, it gets very hot.
Sperm soup in your testicles. They
Mhm.
can't retract. They can't expand any further. They're only expanding out onto the seat itself, exposing more surface area to the heat.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, this is interesting since I
If
love
you're
my
trying to
seat
conceive
heaters.
right now, you better sit in that cold seat.
Yeah, cold leather seat, best thing for
Mhm.
it.
Yeah,
Or
be
ice.
careful out there.
Yeah.
So, how do
Turn
they?
mine
How
up
did
all the
they?
way.
Who tested this? How do they know
Hmm.
this?
Yeah.
Is this like just a guess because you're not supposed to overheat them, or did someone actually pay money to have research done?
Yeah, that's a good question. That it looks like that there's some quotes here from somebody from the Imperial College London. I'm not sure how if they had people drive around and then had them give a
All
sperm
right.
sample.
Yeah, that would make the most sense. Lots of people would volunteer to do that too.
Yes. According to the article, doctors are urging men to turn off their car's heated seats if they want to stay fertile.
Yeah, in the University of Manchester, that they don't even understand the weather over here. Like, you need those seat heaters. That's just bringing things back to normal. If you
Mhm.
live like up in, the northern part of the United States.
Also, stay away from heated blankets, they're warning.
So they don't want you to be cozy.
Mm-hmm.
They want us to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you have to get cozy before you can get to
Exactly.
the impregnating.
The bear rug in front of the fireplace is one of the most potent pregnancy places ever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess this is okay advice. I'm not really stoked on how this was done. This is just them repeating old news. Like, don't wear tight pants, right? Now, don't turn on your seat heaters. Don't make love in front of a fireplace or a heated blanket.
Okay. All right.
Whatever.
This was one that I thought was pretty interesting. Okay. We have another study that says people that like bitter foods, they say, may have psychopathic tendencies. If you like bitter foods, does it say something about you?
What's the most bitter food you can think of? I can honestly right now, because I've asked myself that question, I can't think of any.
A bad grapefruit.
It's a very bitter. Okay, yes, grapefruit. So people who eat grapefruit without sugar.
Yeah, is it bitter or is that sour?
It can be bitter, I think.
I'm gonna look this up because we're
the most bitter.
They say
I love grapefruit.
Dark chocolate.
Oh,
bitter.
Oh, look, here are the things they list. And people, if you found someone drinking apple cider vinegar, yes, they would be a psychopath.
Rachel does.
Oh, Tyson, run. Dude, pack up the kids in the Honda Odyssey and get out of there.
Yeah, I need to.
Cranberries, it says.
Okay.
Dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Said that. Eggplant, grapefruit.
Yeah.
So eggplant is gross, dude.
So
nobody knows how to cook an eggplant correctly because there's not a way to cook an eggplant correctly. Here's mush. Here's mush vegetable. Go ahead and eat some. Eat some mush vegetable with really tough skin on it that's hard to break down.
If you do enough sauce and cheese, you can get something going there with the eggplant, Tyson.
Ooh, Brussels sprouts. I like Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, but you like them with apple cider vinegar.
No, I like it with a half pound of bacon.
Yeah.
So they say bitter foods include things like gin and tonics, black coffee, and dark chocolate. Guys, these are all things that I like.
Yeah, but let's go through it. Do you like dark chocolate better than delicious milk chocolate?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Do you like black coffee better than coffee with a little sweetener and cream?
No, I'd rather have it with cream and
sugar.
You go.
There you go.
But
you're normal.
You're normal, except for the dark chocolate thing is weird. What about white chocolate?
No, I hate it.
So
you don't like the sweetness of like. Okay, that's.
I mean, milk chocolate is fine, but I do prefer dark chocolate.
Wow,
you're on the spectrum.
The darker the better.
Yeah,
the darker the better. Yeah, maybe you should be a CEO of a large corporation if you're this
Maybe.
psychopathic.
Yeah, they say that the people that like this is they say that 2 U.S. American community samples self-reported their taste preferences using the complimentary and answered a bunch of personality questions assessing Machiavellianism, psychopathy, narcissism, everyday sadism, and trait aggression.
Everyday sadism. What do you suffer from? Everyday sadism. That's like the worst. And now we know who to stay away from.
Yeah.
Thank you for the list. I'm sure this list is foolproof too. So make sure you use
like somebody orders a gin and tonic. Run.
Yeah. Get up and walk away.
No, you just start questioning them. Like what I did with Rob, like dark chocolate over milk chocolate. Okay, psycho. Like I understand if people are like, I want dark chocolate because I feel like it's healthier and it's kind of desserty, but like I don't want. Yeah,
it tastes medicinal.
If you're justifying it because of its more healthy option, great. But if you're like, I like it more, like Rob said,
yeah, I do.
That is big red flag. Yeah. Not even tan flag. That's red flag.
Yeah, beige flag. Not even a beige flag.
Yeah, not even a beige flag. That is full on red flag.
I love it so much. Is my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
But that's like only one out of many things on the list. I think if
you only need one. I think you only need one to qualify.
Why don't they give us how many like we should be concerned about? If someone hits 5 on this list, they're this amount.
Is there a greater? Yeah.
That would be helpful. Not just like, oh, if you like any of these.
Yeah. Well, they say that this research is really just in its infancy. So it doesn't necessarily mean you're an everyday sadist yet.
You might have the tendencies.
Uh-oh. Jake's wife in the chat likes dark chocolate and black coffee. That's 2 red flags. And
if she's drinking apple cider vinegar, then that's
for pleasure, not for health purposes.
So good.
Right. Yeah, this study
is healthy for you. I didn't even know that. I just like the taste.
My wife doesn't even like any of these things.
She's an outlier.
I don't. Yeah. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Well, maybe you can be a psychopath without this stuff, but this stuff is a dead giveaway for.
Okay. All right. This was interesting. Another study. Okay. I recently have got back on LinkedIn.
I have too.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet you guys
I saw some of your posts, Tyson.
Yeah.
Why are you linking in?
I'm doing more professionally than I have in the past.
Right.
And my LinkedIn before was just like a joke. I'd set it up forever ago and it was just like super jokey. But then I was like, if the people I'm working with see this joke version of LinkedIn, then they're going to be like, what is he doing? So I professionalized it. I also saw headlines that said that LinkedIn and Pinterest are 2 kind of overlooked gems of social media for people who are creating content.
Yeah. I'm a big Pinterest fan also. I will use it a lot. Yeah.
Learning so much about
I don't create anything for Pinterest.
I just share the posts that I share everywhere else on both platforms to a certain degree.
Yeah. Danny, do you ever get LinkedIn?
No, I might have a profile from when it very first opened, but I've never used it.
You should.
No, not now. Liz would find it highly suspicious if all of a sudden I became a heavy LinkedIn user.
Okay, well, let me tell you about this study.
Yes. No, Tyson, let him finish. You got to know why now you look suspicious.
Yeah. Okay. So LinkedIn, according to this study, 52% of people use LinkedIn as a dating app. Now, that's not why I'm on there either, Danny.
Oh, it's the new Ashley Madison. Guys, all of a sudden, both of you so active on LinkedIn. Ooh, businesses.
I'm not that active. I get
all
on
of a sudden
it.
Changing your story.
I get on once in a while when I'm like, oh, I haven't been on LinkedIn for a while. I better go share a video real quick. And then that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
well, now they're saying that 52% of people polled use LinkedIn as a dating site. Now,
Everyone go ahead and DM Rob on LinkedIn.
Yes. Now, this I think might be a little bit of a misleading headline because it was only 505 single adults between the ages of 20 and 40. And this was a poll conducted by datingnews.com.
Little bias right there.
Yeah, and it's only single people. Yeah. So, hey, single people, do some of you guys use LinkedIn for dating purposes? Yes, we do. Single people are using every service for dating purposes.
So I can just to debunk this, I saw a story about a month ago that said Strava is being used for dating. It's the new tool for hooking up. And I'm like, how? So I was like,
datingnews.com.
How can I do this? And then honestly, 3 days later, someone's like, no, that is the dumbest article, clickbaity article ever written. No one's using it to date. It was just one. It was a Broga story.
Well, here's what's going on over at datingnews.com. Top 5 headlines of the day. Number 1, dating app subscriptions become the new normal.
Okay.
Number 2, modern singles use LinkedIn for dating.
Sure.
Number 3, Bumble messaging tools help nab a criminal.
Yep.
Number 4, online dating marriage rates increase worldwide. And number 5, Gen Z daters coin PMI as a new dating trend. What's PMI?
It's really hard for me to get past that P.
Yeah, PMI.
I can only think of one thing.
Yeah, PMI.
Premature intimacy.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, okay. The New York Post has the story of what is PMI and why is it ruining your relationship?
Yeah. Premature intimacy.
Yeah, see a doctor if you suffer from PMI.
How many ads are running at the same time on your? Oh my God. Okay.
No, you know what? I'm sure that any platform that allows two-way communication can be used as a dating app, especially if you can find out about a person's interests and whether or not they share, their interest with yours.
Angel Heaven in the chat says they met their husband on Twitter 12 years ago, moved 5,500 miles to marry him. Yeah.
I met my wife in a parking lot.
Wow, Danny.
Yeah. So that's romantic. Like, what's more romantic than
Wendy's parking lot? It was Wendy's parking lot.
No, not even. It was an apartment parking lot. So
but PMI is premature intimacy. Can't it just be PI? Do we need the
wait. Did Tyson get it right?
Yeah.
Wait, Tyson, did you just guess that or did you see it somewhere?
I just guessed it.
Premature intimacy.
Rob shared a screenshot of the
I couldn't see that
article and I saw premature intimacy.
Oh, I thought you were a genius. I thought you were the new
I am a
Mega
genius.
Baba, whatever.
Like I am a genius. Like that doesn't.
But I meant Nostradamus. The modern Nostradamus.
Yeah, me not guessing this and just reading it does not negate the fact that I am a genius.
According to this article, too much premature intimacy could give someone the ick.
Oh, yeah. And it seems like everyone's willing to share their most intimate things now. So that probably happens all the time.
You have to be vulnerable if you want to be on reality TV.
I've had this rash for 10 years. Would you like to meet up?
Yeah.
Like, no. I don't know why, but people love to talk about all of their imperfections now. It's like maybe we should keep some of these things secret until we find out a little bit more about you.
It's what
we
makes
overshare.
Overshare.
Is there a pill to take for PMI?
I think they're working on one. Pfizer's got one in the works, but if your erection lasts longer than 7 hours, you need to go to the hospital.
Is there a pill to take for the ick?
Yes, it would be an assistant or a barrier, an AI barrier between you and the internet would help prevent ick. 100%. If we could just come up with that AI, that's like I didn't post that because I knew it would be embarrassing later if you did. Just a little bit of an AI, assistant could be helpful.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's this was one that was in our Facebook group that I thought was pretty interesting. Of course, Group AF, you could find us on Facebook. People post stories there all week long and always go through it before the show to see if there's anything here. So, Tyson, do you have a smart washing machine?
No, I think it's dumb. It's not connected to Wi-Fi or anything. It's just a regular washing machine.
What about you, Danny?
Same. I think it could be connected, but we've never taken the time to do that.
Yeah, I do have one. I didn't want one. I think that we had like a list of like what to do, and it was not necessarily a feature that we had to buy appliances when we moved into our home, and I was trying to like be very conscious about like do I need this to be connected to the internet? But for whatever reason, like we ended up getting one that is connected to the internet. But so somebody did some like a little bit of a deep dive and found that their LG washing machine was sending 3.7 gigabytes of data a day.
Is that a lot?
What is this sending to GE? Like all your movements within the house?
Yeah, that is a lot. I'm trying to like
that's a ton, Tyson. 3 gigs.
Yeah, because I mean a lot of times like
3 gigs a day.
3 gigs a day
for a washing machine. It's a washing machine.
It uploaded 3 gigs a day and downloaded 100 megabytes a day.
Huh. That's interesting. So it's just like day 38. Bryson family did 0 loads of laundry. But here is the past 38 days of the laundry they did. 1 towel cycle, 14 whites cycle, 14 regular washes with extra power, 15 quick washes.
That could all be sent in text though, and text is very small, so it's got to be
here's what the machine is doing. It's creating an AI video of super high res, not of your house, an AI video of someone telling GE or LG.
Oh, sorry, it's LG. LG.
Telling LG what wash you're doing. So it's just like ultra high res, 8K video.
Does it have a camera?
No, it doesn't need one. It's creating an AI personage to report to LG the washing loads that you're doing. And it's just such a high res video because they need that there, and it's just one creepy guy in the back room eating Cheetos watching this video.
So one theory, this person posted the screenshots of all this, and some people think that it could be a hack where people are using the LG washing machines to do cryptocurrency mining. And this is similar to another other hacks that have been done in the past.
But what if
blown away?
If you have unlimited internet, and then we just have all of our smart devices mining cryptocurrency. Come on.
What I don't get about cryptocurrency is that it's very energy heavy, right? So they're like, this entire power station is being used to mine for cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
How is that? What is happening? Is that just all computers? Like, is it just running computers and sounds like washing machines all over the world all day long? I mean, why that much power to mine cryptocurrency? Does anyone who actually
crunch these calculations?
What are they doing?
I don't know.
They're searching every single nook and cranny of the internet to find more cryptocurrencies. I don't know how it works
Dude, I don't either. That's why I'm asking. I mean, it sounds like it'd be easier just to go search that dump for that guy's hard drive than to build a power station to run 10,000 computers to find fractions.
Yeah. Does it slow down the washing machine? Like, does it affect my laundry performance if somebody's hacked my washing machine?
No way. I can't imagine it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, mine's connected, and I don't really know why. It talks to the dryer.
And what do they talk about?
I don't know. I don't know why I just can't have like a wire that goes from the washing machine to the dryer. You need to talk here. Why do you have to talk to anybody else?
Yeah. What did they put in you?
Oh, dude, tell GE what I'm doing.
Wait till you get these towels. No towels.
Yeah. And they're probably talking to the coffee maker and the microwave as well. And we don't even know it. You think the washing machine's feeding on the dryer with the microwave?
They always talk about how the future we're going, your house
slipping into each other's LinkedIn DMs.
To what end? To what end?
We got
now I got to go see how much data my washing machine is using.
Yeah. How do you even find that?
I think you have to like go and look. It depends if like what kind of router you have.
Dude, you have to hack. Whatever that means. Hack.
hack into it. Yeah. And then if you all are feeling any lazier than normal,
I am.
there might be a reason.
Oh.
A new study
lots of
says
reasons.
it's air pollution, Tyson, that might be making you more lazy.
That's it. I'll tell Rachel that's why I'm not helping around the house or anything.
That is true. When I look outside and I see air pollution, my desire to exercise
You get lazy.
plummets. I'm like, dude, I'm not going out there.
Yeah.
I'm just going to smoke a pack of cigarettes in the comfort of my own home.
Yeah.
Rather than go out in that mess.
Light some incense and have a cigarette.
Yeah. Turn on the air machine full blast.
Yeah.
Smart. According to this study in the UK, they say that the current levels of air pollution in the UK is making an extra 22 minutes of inactivity every day.
That's not that much.
People don't need an excuse like that to be inactive for an additional 22 minutes.
Although also
especially on Blue Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if the headlines are like, don't go out there, it's polluted, then that's also like, is it the air pollution or is it the newscaster telling people not to go out? Because like when I lived in Utah and they have this inversion where the upper weather layer locks in like the most disgusting air layer in the valley for like, you get the headline is don't
they
go
get
outside.
that in LA too.
Yeah. Don't go outside and exercise today. Please don't exercise today. Like, of course, then you're going to be more inactive if all the news outlets are telling you not to exercise. But Danny and I ignore those.
Yeah, of course. Because they're like, if you're over the age of 65, you'll die immediately going outside. But if you're younger, you can absorb that and deal with it later.
Yeah, exactly. It eventually becomes a more serious disease.
Yeah, but that's in the future, which is quickly approaching now. But at the time, I was like, dude, that's so far away. I'll never be 40. I don't need to worry about that pollution.
I can't wait to go to Applebee's and brag that I worked out in this weather today.
Yeah, badge of honor. I worked out in this. You can't even see the hand in front of your face, guys. I ran 10 miles.
Yeah, exactly. Breathing brown air.
I could actually, it was more of a drink than it was like air.
Yeah, Danny, if there's less people out there, it might get you more active.
Yeah, the best time to go out is when you can't see anything because of the pollution. Nobody else is out there.
Yeah.
And when it's pollution from a fire that's far away, you also it smells like a campfire the whole time. It's really pleasant.
Okay, I got one more, and this one's for Tyson. Tyson, that a airline tips blogger has said that there is one color that you should wear when you fly if you want to get comped by the airline. Do you know what that color would be?
White.
No.
Blue.
No.
Red.
Red.
No. What? No way. Red?
Yes. They say airline staff may subconsciously perceive passengers in red as having a more important or higher status. I call it the Carmen Sandiego effect.
Yeah.
Really? Like, why?
I mean, because we've all been incepted.
In red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since early.
Yeah. It's like, oh, this person is a mover and a shaker. It's just all red.
I wear all black.
It's called the red dress effect.
Yeah. All black also does look very professional. I
heard rich people wear all one color.
Monochromatic, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wear mostly black just to hide stains.
I like to dress colorfully, and I don't know that people respect my status or not. It doesn't feel like they do when I try to get into the Amex lounge and it's already full and they told me it's going to be an hour wait, but my flight board's in half an hour. And then I get in a fight and tell them the only reason I have the credit card is to get into these fucking lounges to begin with. And if they can't do that, then why do I even have the credit card?
Yeah.
And then they say, I'm sorry, sir. And then I say, so is it still an hour? And they say, yes. And then I go outside and I'm fuming. And I go to my gate early and I'm like, I could be in the lounge with free coffee, but instead I'm here. But even in the lounge, it's too crowded. It doesn't matter if you're at the gate or the lounge. They're both the same crowded.
Tyson, that's crazy. I was in the airport in December, and I saw like a line like around the corner to get into the lounge. I'm like, why the hell is anybody? Why would you stand on the line?
Yeah,
for an hour to get into the lounge?
You don't. That's why you just rage.
The purpose of having the lounge.
Correct. The lounge is to escape the larger crowds and
the lines
to get free food and snackies. And so these people are waiting for the free food because that's one of the perks is like if you're traveling a lot and you're always getting free food at lounges, that saves you a lot of money. And so, yeah, it's a whole thing. And believe me, I absolutely am enraged when there is a lounge full. And I'm like, listen, it's time to bump up the price of these credit cards or figure out your lounge situation because you're not delivering on your promise. Amex.
Wow. Shout out.
Yeah. So there you go.
All right. Well, wear red. Maybe they'll let you in.
I don't know.
All red. Psycho amounts
The whole
of red.
family. The whole family is just monochromatic.
Ooh, they're
red.
very important.
Yeah.
I would think I once knocked on a door and the person opened the door and everything inside the house was red carpet, red walls.
Oh my God.
Lights. And I got to say, it was very intimidating and not a house I would want to go into. So I don't think red is the color for me. If I saw someone wearing all red, I would be very not into helping them.
Yeah.
Really? But what about if you're like wandering around, let's say Amsterdam, and you see
and someone dressed all in red is walking down the sidewalk towards me? I am crossing the street to the other side.
No, but you see like houses with red lights on front.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a universal sign for good times. So I think they moved that red light district. They're trying to. Amsterdam is trying to recreate their image. They don't want to be known as the party place. Too many unruly British tourists have been coming over there and ruining it for everyone.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
It's too close.
You can't have a city with salacious dancers in the window and expect people. When I went there, it was just packs of men, like wild dogs roaming the streets.
Yeah.
It was very not great.
Rob Hill in the chat asks, why are you wearing hats inside ? And our answer is fashion. Duh.
Mine would be hair, not in any way acceptable. Like work out, sweaty, and just put a hat on rather than comb my hair.
So do you generally not wear hats inside?
After my shower, I don't wear a hat.
Until how long? Or
until the morning. Usually I try not to the rest of the day because hats all day long, dude. That's a headache. So then in the morning when I wake up, I got to wear a hat. I'm not going to comb my hair. That's psycho behavior. Black coffee, dark chocolate, doing my hair in the morning.
Grapefruit.
If I don't have to go to work. Yeah, grapefruit.
Apple cider vinegar, all of it. Brussels sprouts. I am a hat guy. I just prefer to wear hats all the time. I'm an adult. I can choose where and when I wear a hat. And if you don't like it, then I won't come to your establishment.
Yeah, and eat at your restaurant.
Yeah.
Danny, are you ready to take us to your bolt hole?
I am so ready.
Okay, here we go. Danny's bolt hole.
Welcome to my bolt hole. I think you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna feel you belong.
I'd love to get like an oral history of where did the origin story of the Danny's bolt hole segment come from? Did you just coin that yourself? Of that? Here's my special segment, the bolt hole.
No. For a while, I was in the basement in this cement bunker like thing.
Yes,
and I think I called it my bolt hole. And then maybe I had like an extra story or two sitting around. We were maybe had some time, and I was just like, "Oh, dude, I've got this story." And they're like, "Well, it's in your bolt hole." And I'm sure that's how it was. Very organic.
And then the song must have come, quite soon after that. Right?
Yeah, after that, we did.
Tyson was itching to sing an Alice. That's Cooper, right?
Yeah, that's
Tyson.
Alice Cooper. Welcome to my nightmare.
That's right.
Yeah, and it just made sense. So then I had our mutual friend, Ollie, help me record the song. I wrote the lyrics. He helped me sing and he played guitar on it. He played all the instruments on it.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's nice when things come together like that so smoothly without
the
need to delegate or have any conference calls. Just works out. Tyson, this story has to do with something happening in your neighborhood, and by your neighborhood I mean Tucson, which is I'm going
2.5 hours away.
It's close.
Yeah, 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
They have put up a Millennium camera. Did you guys read about this?
Millennium camera?
Does it see deep into space?
I wish that would actually.
Is it on Kitt's Peak? Is it at the observatory?
No, it's not on Kitt's Peak. The University of Arizona has thrown it up, and what it's doing, I thought it was taking a picture every day, like a time lapse, like 1,000-year time lapse, which I want to say somebody's doing that somewhere. But this one is 1,000-year pinhole camera, long exposure image, and it's meant to capture the changing scenery over the next 1,000 years in Tucson, Arizona.
Time lapse?
So it's not a time lapse.
Yeah.
It's a long exposure, which seems like is a terrible idea.
Yeah. Is it just going to be white?
Wouldn't it just be a giant blur? Well, I'm sure they've figured out how to make it so that it, 1,000-year exposure is the right amount of time. But it just, I guess that'll keep pranksters from standing in front of it with their pants down. Because no one, to really get you to appear in front of the camera, nice solid image, you'd have to be there for
100 years.
Yeah, with doing with your dong out.
Yeah.
But they've thrown it up
and
there.
Is that the play there? Is that the play there for pranksters?
Yes, always, especially if you're like a 14-year-old kid. That's usually the play. So for 1,000 years, they're hoping that 1,000 years from now, people will look at it and be able to admire the changes, and hopefully the changes have been for the better. And this guy is quoted, the person who did the camera research, whatever, as saying, most people have a pretty bleak outlook on what lies ahead. It's easy to imagine that people in 1,000 years could see a version of the Tucson that is far worse than what we see today. And that made me think, right? 1,000 years ago, think about how horrible life was 1,000 years ago. And probably people 1,000 years ago also looked at the future and thought, dude, the king has taken my land. A potato famine has come through. The plague has come through for the third time. There's no way things could get better. It's just everything seems to be going down the toilet. They didn't have toilets, so the chamber pot. And look at where we are now. So I don't think everyone has a pretty bleak outlook. I think if you look at the way time works, yes, we have our ups and downs, but humans are adaptable and we're creative and we invent things. And I mean, the 1,000-year-old guy, if he came into the future today, we transported him from 1,000 years ago to today, his head would probably explode at the awesomeness of where we are. So I'm of the opposite opinion. I think 1,000 years, barring some kind of terrible calamity like we invent a black hole, other than that, I think things will be pretty good, even in Tucson.
Yeah.
Maybe especially in Tucson.
Yeah, I was going to say, good idea to start in Tucson. The bar's pretty low. You can really only go up from there in Tucson. Yeah, I've only spent 2 days in Tucson. So if you live there and you're super offended by what I'm saying, I apologize. But I slept in a parking lot in Tucson at night, and I was very scared in my car. So
is that when you met Liz?
No.
Yeah, in the parking lot.
But I don't have a bleak outlook. And I found this guy who said this pinhole camera to be very depressing.
Danny.
I am very optimistic. I think humans, sometimes we get down on ourselves, but really, I think that we're adaptable. I think that we solve problems, and I think that we have progress. It's not always going forward, but over the long run, like 1,000 years, we're making progress.
Yeah, Danny for president.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that. Late breaking news from OMG in the chat.
Yes.
Late breaking Guinness record story.
Oh, Tyson lost another champ.
The 31-year-old dog is probably a fraud.
Yeah, they said he was 200 years old, according to dog years. And that's what kind of exposed the lie of his age.
You think somebody finally crunched the numbers? It was like, what's 31 times 7?
Yeah.
That's too many. It's impossible. I don't know if it... And that's what they're going off of, is the correlation to human years and dog years, which I thought was just an arbitrary amount anyways. Like, is that science that 7 human years is 1 dog year?
Well, yeah, they said that at 31 or whatever he is, that's 200 dog years. So
yeah, but tortoises live 150 tortoise years.
They live, but tortoise years and human years are the same.
Are they?
Yes. I just saw a story about tortoises just like yesterday. It sounded like we're running on the same timeline.
But they live longer than us.
So?
And
it's probably like 0.75 tortoise years.
I think it's the same amount of time.
Listen, Danny was kind of indignant about the yes, tortoise years are the same.
Yeah, he was. He seemed almost too certain. It's like when somebody tells you they know. Yeah, go ahead.
When have you ever seen a tortoise in tortoise years? I've never even heard of tortoise years. The tortoise years
move very slow.
There's no such. We have the internet at our fingertips. We can look up tortoise years.
Yeah. And butterflies live less than 1 human year. Does that mean like 1 butterfly year is the equivalent of 100 human years? Come on.
I typed in tortoise years, and the very first thing on Google is tortoise years to human years. Now
there you go.
Yeah. Now I'm very afraid.
Let's look. Let's hear it.
Okay. It's a age converter. There's a website called ageconverter.com.
Human age to turtle year. Years in human years is a website. Years in human years.
So you think the person that's calling fraud on the dog plugged 31 dog years into this converter and was like, hold on a second, everybody. It's impossible.
Maybe they got the species wrong when running the calculator.
Yeah. Here we go.
Iguana.
Tortoise years to human years age calculator. How old is your tortoise in human years?
Yeah, let's figure
that count?
out. Yeah.
Sure, let's hear it.
Okay. What is the equivalent of tortoise years to human years? Tortoises live an average of 150 years.
Yeah.
Okay, we knew that.
Yes.
0.53 tortoise years. 1 human year is 0.53 tortoise years. So this
is so stupid.
No, is it? Because you were just claiming the dog calculator as fact, but now the tortoise calculator doesn't work.
Tyson. I didn't make up the rules. What I'm saying is all of this needs to go away, and all animals need to age according to my human-centric idea of aging. Okay, everyone needs to be tied to the human age.
They are kind of
0.51. I have to break out an animal calculator,
get it
whatever
right,
it is,
0.53
to figure out how old a stupid animal is
in correlation to.
You're actually very smart, I think.
No, guys. This is out of control. You know, I was irritated that we use the imperial system, and I'm irritated that we have time zones, and now I have another thing to be irritated with. Why are we making life so much more complicated?
I know. 5 minutes ago, Danny was talking about the prospects for humanity.
I still believe in progress.
But now tortoise years has brought him back.
I still believe in progress. We have a lot of work to do, and eliminating tortoise years is part of that work.
If only we lived in tortoise years, we could accomplish so much more.
So what does the future hold for us, Danny, as far as animal years versus human years?
We need to bring it all together. We need to have a universal standard time. We all need to use the metric system, and we need to eliminate animal ages. That's my platform.
And no black hole research.
No black hole research. Guys, it has
abolish black hole research immediately.
Iguana, gecko.
In the next 0.53 years.
Boa, python, red-eared
17 tortoise years.
Tortoise. All of those animals have their own age.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Well, listen, so OMG in the chat, thank you, OMG, for all your participation today, says the dog thing is based on their biological aging, like their bones and muscles and sight. And also, I understand their mental capacity.
I wish I could have a biological age.
You do.
I mean, yeah, but why am I not able to use that as my age?
You're 45. That's your biological age.
No, that's
as a
not
human.
true. My watch tells me I have the fitness of a 25-year-old. Why can't I just use that as my age?
Danny, maybe you're aging in tortoise years.
Yeah,
I hope
that sounds
so.
about right. That sounds like if you do the math,
every year for us is 0.53 years for you.
I hope
if
so.
you live to be 150, then this is correct. But if not, Danny, then you've proven yourself wrong by dying early.
People just want to believe that their dogs lived a long, productive life, right? They're like, he lived to be 100.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, he lived to be 20.
It's not as sad.
Yeah. I don't know why we started this, but it needs to stop right now.
Okay.
So do you think we should abolish the Guinness Book of World Records? Because I feel that would also be progress.
Yes. Yes. Ridiculous records. Although I will say that people need these little accomplishments to
feel fulfilled.
To feel fulfilled. Yeah, exactly. We need those. So keep the book.
Dumb.
Well, I think that they were invented before there was like TV in bars.
Yeah.
So you went to a bar and there was literally nothing to do. And then you had like the Guinness Book. Yeah. Did you know that the world's oldest dog is 30 years old? What? Get out of here.
Should we all listen to the radio today or talk about world records? I got the latest this year. Ripley's
remember that book? It was huge.
Yeah. So fun. And now it's annoying. It's like, man, with the most tripods.
Look, we have a lot of work to do in order to make that pinhole camera see something that we could call progress in 1,000 years.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sure people will be with bated breath in 3018 to see what the pinhole camera has turned up.
Is that 1,000 human years then? We've decided that.
Yeah, right. This is so confusing. 1,000 dog years. That's hardly anything.
Yeah,
it's true.
At least if it was in 1,000 tortoise years, maybe get here sooner.
Do we need to start designating when we talk about years what animal we're using? What animal year?
Yeah,
this is insane.
Okay,
I am so upset that I just found out that tortoises don't age, according to some whack job who decided they shouldn't age at the human.
If they don't age at the human rate,
it's so annoying.
They live longer. They live way longer.
They don't. They live.
Look at Greenland shark. Can you do the Greenland shark? Because they live about 500 years. So now that's a different age.
Is that human years?
Yeah, they live 500 human years. So
a year is 365 days. That should be the same for everyone.
Just because the Romans deemed it so?
No, because that's how long it takes for this Earth to go around the sun.
There's a shark years to human years calculator, but not a specific Greenland shark.
Yeah, no, that's not going to work for us. Well, okay. Danny, we'll see you next week in half of a butterfly year.
Dude, I'm headed to Washington. I'm going to make up some signs. I'm going to pick a Congress.
On the steps.
Do you want to know how many a shark year is to human years?
Let's hear it.
So every human year is 2.66 shark years.
That is so dumb.
But how long is Shark Week?
It's like years. 2 months now, right?
Gets longer and longer.
It does seem to get longer. And it's like celebrating Shark Week, it comes on you so fast too. So
all right. Danny, what's going on for you this Shark Week?
Honestly, I am I'm just shocked by all of this, all these revelations. I don't even know what I'm going to do next week.
Yeah, just turned on its head.
I'm just like, dude, does time even exist? Apparently, it can be whatever you want it to be.
Yeah,
whatever you want. I'll be plugging away on the usual things. I've got a trip coming up that I got to get ready for. Not headed to the golf conference with Tyson, unfortunately.
Ooh. Are you heading to the hidden city in Colombia? Because that's where someone suggested we should go.
Yeah, Ecuador. They found it kind of feels like cheating if you're using satellites to find hidden cities in the jungle. I feel like really, in order for it to be a legit discovery, you need to battle the jungle with a machete.
But we don't need to find the city. We can go find we can go look at a recently discovered city.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So
still working on a trip with Tyson. We're gonna figure this out.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Tyson?
Rachel has a girls' trip, so I have the kids by myself through the weekend, and Marlo has a dance competition.
Oh, that's right.
That time. So I will be
You're going to do the
by
makeup.
myself. I'm not doing the makeup.
Okay.
We got a niece to come and do the makeup.
Excellent.
Yeah. And then we'll see you next week. On Monday, we'll be here, right? That's the plan. Monday next week. So, and then I'll be heading to Orlando after that. But I'll tell you all about Orlando next week too, as things come up.
Yeah.
How about you, Rob?
You know me, the usual. Got all these podcasts going on, the traders and Survivor interviews still. Tyson, what day are we on next week?
Monday.
Okay, so look for us on Monday morning next week as we break it down. It won't be a Blue Monday when we are back on Monday next week. Red Monday coming up next week at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Thank you so much for joining us. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.
We did it, guys.